never known it's so wet.
So which one do you play on?
Western Gate. No. Next club. Well, there has been a great deal of media. The only, if the reports are true, and if it was happening when she was a teenager, then you begin to wonder why a drug which is basically to help heart problems was administered. But I'm not a doctor. This is actually a sort of almost 3-4 year process. We had research done on this drug by the Partnership for Clean Competition in the United States. They came back with clear recommendations that it had performance-enhancing characteristics and was being used for that purpose. We then put it on the monitoring list for a year when all of the stakeholders have the right to question and comment on that, and it was decided that it would go on the list. We told all the athletes from 1st of September last year what was going to happen, and it became effective from the 1st of January. So I have to say, I think the research and the strength of the case is without question, and it's up to the athletes to play by the rules. I think it would be difficult to describe the tip of an iceberg, because I have a feeling that with the number of positive tests we had, the iceberg is probably there. It seems to be a drug of choice in that part of the world, and they are being caught. So the system works.
Permitted route, but now there will be someone independent next to me who will say, yeah, that should go to certainly it's being used by athletes, and it's difficult when you look at the percentage of athletes who were taking it to consider that could have been for therapeutic purposes. So although it is available as a medicine, there was increasing evidence that it was actually being used as a performance-enhancing drug. Right. Yeah. And it's not going to go away. No, I'm afraid. It's a cardiac stimulant, effectively. It's a carnitine inhibitor, and it can be used in ischemic heart disease, in heart failure. It's not really used in Western medicine, so I'm, as a clinician, not familiar with its use, but that is what it's used. I mean, in principle, athletes have to take all sorts of drugs which are potentially dangerous for their health. And so the principle of therapeutic use exemption is to enable them to do that. And as you know, the principle is that if they take it, it should return them to a state of health and not give them a performance advantage. And so the use of therapeutic drugs has to be judged on that basis. As far as I know, there has not yet been a therapeutic use exemption granted for meldonium.
The public doesn't trust what they're watching. They're going to stop. We pay money to watch sport and to be part of
the debate on the future of clean sport. Before we begin, could you please...
I'm proud to lead you.